Christmas in Carolina is an okay film, and if you love Christmas films and you're just looking for one that you haven't seen, then I'd say give it a go. But if you're looking for a really good story, then it's a little bit slow and definitely has a lot of room for improvement. This was released in 2020. It's directed by Peggy Williams and written by Stacie Davis, and it stars Joslyn Y. Hall as Elle and David L. Rowell as Wesley. Elle, to start off with, is a really nasty character. She's a horrible, nasty person. And at one point in the film, that just kind of switches. And I think they're trying to suggest that if you open your heart to love, it will soften your personality. But the transition felt too sudden and it just felt unbelievable. Nevertheless, the romance aspect is not too bad. She goes on a date with Wesley, and Wesley finds her very attractive and takes to her, and they eventually have a second date, and then we see them dating a lot in a little montage. And then she goes to his family's house for Christmas. And that's basically it. There's not much else to it. And honestly, I don't know what they were trying to achieve with this. As I said, maybe they were trying to show that if you open your heart to love and to the spirit of Christmas, you might become a nicer person. But the transition was just too sudden that it just felt unbelievable and it didn't feel very real at all. Wesley is a really likable character and I really wanted the best for him. That's not to say I didn't like Elle, but as I said, she goes from being villain to perfectly nice and respectable, and it just didn't work. It was far too quick and unrealistic, but Wesley was nice from the start. And I really liked him as a character, so I was still interested in the romantic aspect. There's a nice amount of Christmas in this. It's a very festive film, and I liked spending time with Wesley's family. I think the family unit is pretty great, and it was nice to see them doing family activities and, celebrating family time and togetherness. That's a really nice message in this film. But the actual events of the film are so dull and so tedious because it's so slow and really not much else happens. It tries to be dramatic at one point and it just felt forced and not very convincing. So it's not actually a great film, but we have some likable characters. It is Christmassy and it's very, very easy to watch. If you're looking for a film that's just background fluff or something where you don't really need to pay that much attention, then this is a good one for that because it is watchable and I did enjoy bits of it, but as a whole, it needed a lot of work. There is a lot of room for improvement, mostly with the pacing and the fact that the narrative just seems really underdeveloped. It's like we're missing part of the story, not in the sense that what we have doesn't make sense, but in the sense that it feels like there's more to be said or there's more to tell to make it interesting. But what we get is easy to watch and it's Christmassy, and Wesley and some of the other characters are quite likable. So if you're looking for an easy to watch Christmas themed film, then Christmas in Carolina might be worth watching. But if you're looking for a well written, well crafted narrative with very believable character development and likable characters across the board, then this is not going to be one for you. But as an easy watch, it's okay enough.